What is going on, guys? Lildogdog here, and today I'm bringing you an up-to-date guide for Carnillean Rising. Now, in this quest, you basically get to design a quest to get a child into adventuring, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'll show you what you need to bring, which is nothing. You need to have nothing in inventory, actually. You need to have 20 free inventory space. We'll get into that later, which is next. This is done at a 1-to-1 speed. I recommend putting this on a second monitor or propping up your phone and just going along as I do it. So let's get right into the quest requirements. So, to start this quest, you're going to need to have at least 50 quest points. You're going to need to have completed the quest The Blood Pact, as well as the quest Haziel Cult. And while this isn't really a quest requirement, I didn't feel like making another picture to put this on. You're going to need 20 free inventory spaces to pick up stuff during the quest. You don't need any combat equipment or anything like that. You can bring food if you want, but make sure you have at least 20 free inventory spaces. And for the skill requirements, you're going to need to have 33 thieving as well as 31 construction. And to start the quest, you're going to want to go to this house right here, north of the clock tower and south of the Ardoin Castle. To start, you're going to want to talk to Xenia. She's going to be standing right outside. It's going to tell you it's a voiced over quest. Just click through and choose the second chat option, Yes, I Remember You. You're going to follow it up by accepting the quest, and she's going to tell you to go inside and talk to Cyril Carnillean. So go through the door and speak to Cyril Carnillean. You're going to introduce yourself, basically, and he'll ask you for a favor, which is helping his son become an adventurer because he doesn't think he, does enough. So you're going to want to choose the first chat option. So you want me to turn Phillipe into an adventurer. The first chat option again, how do you expect me to organize a quest? He'll tell you what he expects, what he wants you to do. Choose the first chat option again, where can I find all this stuff? And then choose the fourth chat option, I'll come back later. Now next, you're going to want to talk to Butler Crichton, just outside. Choose the first chat option, Cyril said you'll help me create a quest. And the first chat option, yes, let's go. Now first, you're going to want to climb down the trapdoor to the south. You're assessing the cave. So enter the hole in the eastern wall. And you'll be presented with a cutscene going over the cave, everything in it. And basically, you'll both agree that this is a good place for a quest. Okay, once the cutscene is over, you're going to want to return to the house. Climb up the ladder on the southern wall. It's a little hard to see. And you're going to want to climb up the stairs. We're going to start finding stuff to make the quest. So first, you're going to want to enter the master bedroom and take the dragon heads on the wall on either side of the door. You're going to need both. Next, you're going to want to take the net curtain in the northeast corner of the room. Just click on it to tear it, and your character is going to pull it down. Next, search the wardrobe on the south side of the room. You have to open it and then search it, and you'll get some sword and some armor. And now take the coin pouch off of the bed. Next, you're going to want to go to the northwest room, which is Phillipe's room, and search his paint set, which is in the corner. Once you've got his paint, you're going to go to the room to the south, or Sarsaparilla, whatever her name is, Sarsaparilla. You're going to want to talk to her and choose the third chat option, I'm creating a quest for Phillipe, will you help? She's going to say no. You're going to want to talk to her again. And this time choose the third chat option. Are you just going to stay in here? Follow that up with the second chat option. You were talking about your ambitions. The second chat option again, I'm directing a drama. Would you like a part? Now the fourth chat option, damsel in distress. And then the first chat option, yes, follow me. Now before you leave her room, now that you got her following her, you're going to want to search her wardrobe. And take the dress out of it. Choose the first chat option, I need to borrow a costume. She's cool with it. Now what you're going to want to do is climb back downstairs. And then climb back down the trapdoor into the cellar. Once you're down in here, you're going to want to talk to Claus the chef. And choose the second chat option when it's available, Drunken Jailer. That's the part he'll play. Now what you're going to want to do is search the cupboard on the middle of the north wall and take everything inside. And then search the barrel of junk to the east to get some metal spikes. Now lastly in this room, you're going to want to pick up the spider off the floor and use that to build the ominous portal on the build hole hotspot. You're going to have to right click the hole to get this option. Choose the first chat option, cobweb, and then enter the ominous portal. Now once you're in here, you're going to want to talk to Claus and choose the first chat option to have him follow you. And once you've done that, you're going to want to talk to Sarsaparilla as well and have her follow you with the first chat option. Now what you're going to want to do is walk to the goblins to the north in the center of the cave. There are going to be yellow dots on your map. It's going to be like a square area in the middle of a hallway. Once you're here, talk to the goblins. And they won't be that bad. You're going to start off by choosing the third chat option, can you help me? Follow that up with the third chat option. Here you can have this armor. And then the first chat option after that, patrolling guards. Now next, what you're going to want to do is head to the east, then to the south, and then to the east to the passage with the young wolves. You can see I'm mousing over it right now. Enter the passage, and then there's going to be a cave mouse running out of the hole on the eastern wall. You'll have more than one opportunity to catch it if the baby wolves get there first. Just click on it. Make sure you have it in your inventory, and then grab the bones from the pile to the west. Now you're going to have the wolves following you. Exit the passage. And now you're going to want to run north to the center bridge. So you're going to go north, and then once you're in this opening here, run to the west. In front of the bridge, you're going to see a jailer hotspot. Right click on that and select build. Now you'll tell Claus to stay here, and you're going to want to use the money pouch on him. That's going to be for Phillipe to loot when he gets Claus drunk. Now you're going to want to run north and build the Dragon Hotspots. This will leave the wolves there. And then you're going to want to use both dragon heads on the wolf pups. Then you're going to build the Damsel hotspot just to the north. You'll tie her up to the cage here. And now you're going to want to head south back toward the Goblin Bonfire. You're not going to go all the way there. We're going to stop just before we get there because we need to build decorations and traps. So the first decoration you see is going to be on the eastern wall right here. It's a wall decoration. My camera's not pointing at it yet, but it is now. the wall decoration spot is going to be right there. And you're going to want to build the first option. Now you're going to see a trap hotspot on the floor just to the southwest. So build the trap hotspot and build a tripwire. Now once your character climbs over that, there's going to be another trap hotspot just to the west. You're going to want to build that one as well. Select the tripwire option. And once it's built, your character will climb over it, as will the butler. Now you're going to see another wall decoration to the west here on the wall. You're going to want to build that one. And choose the first shot option once again. Now once you've got that one built, you're going to want to run back towards the entrance to the cave. And that's going to be south and then east. And you're going to see a wall decoration spot on the northern wall. Once again, you're going to build the first option here. And then you're going to see an obstacle hotspot just to the southwest on the way into the cave. You're going to want to build that one. And this time choose the second option. That'll be the cave complete. So what you're going to want to do now is exit the cave and return to the house. Climb back up the ladder. And you're going to talk to Phillipe, who should be walking around in the main room here. Now you're going to talk to him about the quest, and you're going to get like an actual quest dialog box to pop up here. It may glitch for you like it did for me. The offer button will be there somewhere. Just click offer to offer him the quest. Excuse me. And then you're going to want to pickpocket Phillipe when he says no. You'll take a bag of sweets off of him and give it to the butler. And now you're going to want to talk to Phillipe once again. And this time choose the fourth chat option, a bag of sweets. Offer him the quest again, and this time he'll take it. So choose the first chat option, okay, follow me. And then you're going to climb down the ladder into the trapdoor. Enter the ominous portal just to the east. And Phillipe will go in on his own. You'll follow him, of course. Now what you're going to want to do is walk to the east toward the first trap. And Phillipe will have a dialogue where he decides to cross it. Now, at any time during this, you'll have some dialogue. Any option works until the end, when I start telling you which option to pick. So once Phillipe crosses, you're going to want to follow him across. This may glitch as well, where your character won't be visible crossing the ledge. Mine actually steps into the wall and just walks through the wall to cross the ledge. It's, it's something. And then once you're across, you're going to want to click through the dialogue here and then walk toward the goblins. Now, before you get to the goblins, Phillipe will stop you several times to talk about the wall decorations. But before you get to the goblins, Phillipe is going to stop and be like, hey, there's guards. I want to kill them. You can choose any option once again. And then Phillipe is going to walk up and wait to get past the guards. Now you're going to want to click through this as fast as possible. This part of the quest doesn't matter. It's just a cutscene where he basically waits. So, your time, however you want to spend it. I guess you can click through as slow as you want as well. But after you get through a certain amount of dialogue, Phillipe gives up and walks back. So once he gives up, you're going to want to walk up yourself and talk to the goblins. And you may have to talk to both of them. You may only have to talk to one of them. It's random which one's correct, so just talk to one of them first, and talk to them until the butler speaks. So the first one was incorrect for me. I had to go talk to the second goblin. Except this time, when the butler started speaking, you do not want to click all the way through the dialogue until Phillipe has successfully passed. So once Phillipe stopped moving, that's when you can click through the dialogue, and then you're going to want to go talk to Phillipe. Now he's going to be following you again, and you're going to want to go to the northeast to climb over the tripwires. Just click on them, and it'll bring up a dialogue where you can select any option once again, and Phillipe will take the shears from you. Now he's going to cut the tripwire, so you guys can just walk through. And you're going to want to repeat this process again for the ones to the east. Now run north to Claus. Keep in mind he's going to stop and talk about the wall decoration. So just click through that, and now run north to Claus again. And this time your character will talk to him and tell him he needs to wear a dress. Once again, pick any option. It'll work. And he'll take the dress, put it on, and you'll get a cutscene where he's wearing the dress and giving the wine to Claus. You just have to walk toward him once again after the chat. So the cutscene will trigger. You'll see Phillipe walk up. He's going to give the chef the wine. The chef's all about it. He chugs it. Passes out. And then Phillipe is going to take the coin pouch off of him. Now what you need to do is run north and go talk to Phillipe again. And then once he's following you, walk north toward the dragons. Phillipe is going to comment how they aren't really dragons. They look pretty bad, honestly. You can pick any option when the dialogue comes up once again. And you're going to get a cutscene here where Phillipe is killing them. Once the first one dies, it's going to go over to that little passage where you initially got the wolf pups from. And you'll see that the matriarch is starting to break out of her little spot because one of her babies is being hurt. So she's going to rush over, and once the second baby dies, you'll see her on the bridge. Now, Phillipe is pretty brave, so he's all about it. So he's going to start attacking him. You need to get through the chat dialogue options here with Phillipe and choose the second chat option, Can I Help? He's going to tell you to distract the matriarch, so just click on the matriarch to get her attention. She won't actually, you won't have to fight her or anything. You have to let Phillipe kill her. You need to dodge the attacks by moving. So the attack that falls from the ceiling, you want to move at least 4+ steps in any direction from where you were to avoid that. So I was only moving 1 step at a time here to start, 2 at the most. And I realized that I kept getting hit every now and again by that falling one because I didn't react in time. So if I just started moving 4+ steps in any direction, I would have been able to avoid the most damage. And I started doing that towards the end. So I'll let you focus. If you're having trouble, just watch what I do. You can kind of see when she's going to cast her little spell because it gets purple and pink around her face. And when she does a bit of a longer one, that's when she's going to howl and it's going to make stuff fall from the ceiling. So that was it right there. This is where having the food is kind of nice, but it's not necessary because all the damage is actually avoidable if you just move 4 more steps in any direction. And try to stay in her line of sight or else she'll get closer to you, and that makes it even harder. Phillipe is going to level up several times during this fight, which is weird because this is RuneScape 3 and you don't level up till end of fights. So they did it different. Maybe he's still playing old school. But as he levels up, he's going to start dealing more damage, so it goes faster. This is still like a 2.5 minute boss fight, I guess you could call it. But it's easy. So you can see now I'm starting to move those 4 or more steps, and I don't think I take any more damage through the process of this whole fight. So once he's killed the matriarch, she'll fall over, and the little cutscene you're in right now is going to end, and Phillipe will be standing in the middle of the room. You're going to want to talk to him, click through the dialogue, and he's going to go save the damsel in distress. She'll be very grateful, appreciate it, hug him, and then you're going to be teleported back to the house. Quest is going to be complete, and you're going to want to go talk to his dad, Cyril, in the room to the west. When you're talking to him, you'll tell him what happened with the matriarch and everything. He's upset about it, but he realizes that his son's an adventurer, so it worked and everybody's fine. And then Xenia is going to teleport back outside. Once this cutscene's over, you're going to want to go back outside and talk to Xenia. It'll actually teleport you, my bad. And she'll tell you that she knew the matriarch was there. This was all kind of planned because she's a dirty bastard. So choose the 4th chat option. So what happens now? And she'll tell you to go back in and finish the quest. That was it. So you want to go in and talk to Cyril. And when you're talking to him, that's going to be quest complete. But don't go. There's more. There's more rewards. So you're going to want to search this chest on the south. And you can take everything out of the chest. There's 2 lamps, that little chest for transferring stuff between Ironman and non-Ironman accounts, and 2 XP lamps. So that's going to be it, guys. If this video helped you, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Check out my other stuff if you're bored. I have more than quest guides. I do all sorts of stuff. And be sure to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you want to just dick around in a friend's chat and talk, have at it. Join Lildogdog 15.